What's going on, YouTube? So coming back at you guys. What's going on, you guys? Coming back at you guys with a new video. I decided to do something a little different this month. You know, I'm trying to do at least. Of course, I start talking to him, dog starts harassing me to let him downstairs. They always fight when I let him downstairs, though. That's the problem. I'll let them down here, and then they start growling, they start barking and playing. And then it's a distraction. Okay, so I decided, you know, I'm trying to do at least one video a month. That's my goal for this year. I already missed March, so the goal is not really, or in January too, so the goal is not really going too well, but hey, you know, I'm still trying. And because today is the last day of April, and I have not uploaded a video. I've been meaning to all month, and I have not. One video, I know, right? And so I decided today I was gonna drink a bunch of coffee, I was gonna work out, and then I was gonna come make a video. And so I worked out, it was horrible, and I actually did throw up.
I don't feel so good.
Because I ate some food earlier, didn't really settle my stomach, got up, ran there, so just kind of shook it all up. And while I was working out, I decided, you know what, I can't do this, and I went to the bathroom. But anyways, yeah, so now I am gonna tell you guys a story. I decided I'd try something a little different, try doing a story time instead of, you know, the average vlogging, walking around, you know, sort of thing. So here it is, guys. I'm gonna tell you a story about when I thought I was either gonna get completely robbed or killed. Yeah, it was a great time. I may have talked about the story a little bit before, but in my opinion, it's like one of the more funny stories I have, and you know, I kind of want to see how it does. If you guys like it, then I'll make more of these. If no one really cares, then I don't know, I'll probably still make more of them. But so this was back in 2017 when I went to Indonesia. So I had never been out of the country before. I'd been to Mexico for like 2 hours because I went on like a 3-day cruise, and we like pulled into Ensenada for a little bit. And so never been out of the country, and you know, I'm sitting there, I'm kind of chilling. I was working at the time, I'm still working now, but working, and I was just kind of thinking like, man, like I need to do something. I've just been like this rut, I've been doing the same thing over and over. My friends started texting about like going on a trip, and like, hey, we could like go to Japan, or we could go to like Thailand, go to Cambodia, you know, go somewhere over there in Asia, you know, be really cool. Throwing around a bunch of ideas, and then all of a sudden someone says something about how Indonesia, you can get round trip tickets for like 600 bucks. And I'm like, where the hell is Indonesia at? And so I look it up and see like Bali and everything, it's all tropical, and I'm like, wow, this place looks awesome. I literally did not know what it was until then. And so yeah, I was basically like, okay, I'm down to go, like, you know, I'll try something new. And so they booked round trip tickets for 2 weeks. It was where a trip was. And I was about 6 months out at the time. So the whole time I'm thinking, hey, you know, I'll learn some Indonesian or whatever they speak over there. I'll learn some of the language, get prepared. Then when I go over there, it'll be all easy, it'll be fun. Time goes by, and every time I thought about it, I just get like stressed out, because I'm like, oh my god, I've never been on a plane before, never been out of the country, I don't even know, you know, where it is. And so I'm trying to, you know, just kind of like brush it off, not get stressed out about it. You know, before I know that 6 months is up, and it's like the day before we leave, and I'm like, okay, I'll try to learn a couple words, I guess. Look up like how to say like airport, and how to say like thank you, whatever. Can't remember them to save my life. I was like, is this really like a language, or is it just made up? I don't know. And there's like, I think I read there's like, it's like over, I think there's over 80 languages technically within Indonesia, because there's a bunch of islands. You know, the main like 3 are like, you know, the main ones, but I didn't know which one. There's like one that's slightly more popular, so I was trying to learn that one. Anyways, this is why you don't plan your first vacation or your first trip out of the country with 0 experience like this. So I you know, it's the night before, I'm crying, I'm stressed out, you know, I could not, like, I just had this horrible feeling that the plane was gonna go down. Well done! It was gonna die. It was like a 25-hour flight, so I'm just like stressed out, crying, say goodbye to my girlfriend, say goodbye to my family, get up to the airport, get on the plane, takes off, and I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. Land in San Diego, I'm like, okay, like I've been here before, this isn't too bad. Then get on the 25-hour flight to Japan, and you know, that wasn't too bad either. I'm like, okay, a little turbulence, you know, it creeped me out a little bit, but hey, I can handle it, you know, I'm a grown man. And we land in Japan, which if you ever get a layover at Tokyo Airport, don't be fooled, you will not see a single light from the city of Tokyo. I looked outside every single window, and we were nowhere near Tokyo. You are out in the middle of nowhere. So you think like, hey, I'm in Tokyo, but really it doesn't count. So like an hour layover there. and I, buy some stuff. I'm like, okay, this is really cool, this is awesome. And then we fly over to Indonesia, and we're landing in Jakarta, which is, I think, their capital, and it is one of the biggest cities in the world. I think it's like within the top 5, the top 10. And we get over there, we land, and just the second we get off the plane, I realize, like, we are the only Americans here. Like, we are the only ones. We're like taller than everyone, stand out like a sore thumb. I'm like, oh my goodness. And we were walking out, and just this like heat, smelly wave hits us, which, because it's one of the biggest cities, also is not the richest city in the world. So there's a lot of poor people there, a lot of trash, and just hit immediately. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So anyways, we're walking out, and I'm just already like, I don't know if we should be there. I see people wearing masks all over too. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be breathing this air. I'm like all panicky and stressed out, and I was tired. 25 hours of being in the air. So I was just, I was over it. And walking around, and we're trying to figure out how to get to our hotel, which is like 2 miles away. We walk out the front door and take the first taxi driver that approaches us, which, that's another tip. Don't go for those guys that are all surrounding the airport, like the first ones. Get an Uber or call a number or find it while you're inside the airport. Don't walk outside, and we'll have one of the scavengers out there tell you that they'll take you there, because we had a guy tell us he'll take us there for a really good price for all of us. We could all fit in his SUV. And we're like, perfect, okay, sounds great. He like knew exactly what we were talking about, of course. And then he like leads us away from the airport around the corner, and I'm like, okay, I don't know about this. And he has one of his friends that has the SUV that picks us all up, loads us up. This guy doesn't speak any English, like, at all. So starts driving, goes down the freeway, takes like a U-turn, comes back for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And like I said, the hotel is literally less than 2 miles away. We're driving, we all of a sudden pull up to this gate. And I'm not joking, the dude has money in his hand, shakes the gatekeeper's hand, which this guy's got like a gun too. Like he's like official. I think he had a pistol on his side, but dude's like a legit security guard, right? Like he is protecting something like, I don't know, a freaking drug palace or who knows what. This guy looks like he's not messing around. He's got a gun on his side. The guy slips him money in a handshake, and the guy opens the door. So I'm like, oh, this is not going good, and we all start kind of talking to each other, and I'm like, hey, I don't think this guy's taking us to where we're supposed to be. Like, this is not right. We're going in, and as we go through this gate, it's just like slums. Like, I mean, there's like old gnarly buildings with tarps on them, and there's old broken down cars that haven't moved in probably 10 years, and there's just like, looks like just absolute, like, completely run down ruins in there. And we're driving through, and I'm like, my heart's starting to like spike, and I'm like, of course, my first trip leaving, I had a bad feeling. I should have just gone with my bad feeling. I should not have listened, or should not have just tried to go along with this. It's such a horrible idea. And we roll in there, and we're like driving, and I'm just like panicking. We like try to tell the guy like, hey, we forgot something at the airport, can you take us back to the airport, can you take us back to the airport? And he's just like, yeah, of course. Like, he just keeps nodding, yeah, and just keeps driving. We're like, oh no, whatever he's gonna do, he's committed now. He is taking us somewhere. We're about to lose our kidneys, I don't even know. We're driving, and all of a sudden there's like this massive hotel, like this like palace, right? This thing is like bright, and it looks all like just like rich. Like whoever this drug lord dude is in the top floor of this place waiting for us to come there. And I am like, oh my goodness, this is it. And we like slowly drive past that hotel. I'm like, wait, okay, maybe there's a little hope. He drives up, and I'm not joking, there's these dudes on their freaking bicycles like pedaling around. They've got hoods like cinched over their face. They're just riding in the middle of the street, and this guy pulls up next to them, and he like says some stuff to them. They say some stuff, point. So the dude flips around and starts driving back towards like the freaking hotel. And I'm like, oh no, like, I was like, he just, he forgot where the place was to dump us off or something. Freaking out. We're like trying to tell him like, hey, we need to go to the airport right now. And he just, yeah, keeps driving. And then, after about 5 more minutes of driving, all of a sudden we pop up at that hotel that we had booked. All of a sudden it's there, and the place was gnarly, run down. We get in our room, there's like a bug zapper, there was like tissues in the bed, the bathroom was like molded out completely, like all around the toilet, all around the shower. Real nice place, real fancy place. There wasn't like, I didn't want to use any of the blankets in there, so I like tried to use my hoodie as a blanket, and it was like for some reason really cold, even though it was really hot over there. And yeah, anyways, moral of the story, you guys, do some research before you go. Don't take the first taxi you see. Try to fly on a plane before you hop on a 25-hour flight. And yeah, you know, just be a little smarter about your trips, because that was probably the scariest day of my life. I thought that I was gonna die for about 20-30 minutes, and yeah, then all of a sudden it all worked out for some reason, and then I went on to lose my passport, and a few other things happened. But hey, we'll talk about those another time. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you're okay with the video, please give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I guess I will see you guys next month.